Hello everyone. This video is going to cover some aspects of QuickBooks for the sake of the free class. So I'm going to try as much as possible to record 10 videos, short videos that will actually hit some basic aspect of QuickBooks. Okay, as we all know, this is an accounting software that you can make use of to record all your business transactions, financial, even non-financial, on a software rather than recording on the old method of manual bookkeeping. This time around, you are recording everything on a system. So just look at it as transferring the former method of recording to a new method of recording. That is, the former one was on book and paper. Now this recent or current one now is on a software and a program, which is more efficient and effective if you actually want to achieve your purpose of record keeping. Okay, now after you might have installed this software, the next step QuickBooks will take you to is to create a company profile. Now you cannot access this environment you are looking at now if you don't create a company profile. So a company profile is like the books of accounts of a company. So I can create company profile for as many company as I work for or as I want. So if I have 10 company I work on, I can create individual company profile for each one of these companies. So it will represent their accounts, just like when you are going to Facebook, you create your Facebook account. That Facebook account is one that is going to enable you to access or log into Facebook. So the same thing applicable to QuickBooks. If you want to access this platform you are seeing now, you have to create a company profile, and it is that company profile that would carry all it has to do with, all that have to do with your record keeping, all of it. Okay, now the first thing I would want to create now is a chart of accounts. Now chart of account, they are your books of accounts. You can categorize them into assets, liability. You can categorize them into income, expenses, and capital. Or you can call it equity. In the case of QuickBooks, they call it equity, and the rest and the like. So these 5 major. Then the assets can be non-current and can be current. The liability can be non-current and can also be current, long term or short term, as the case may be. So if you want to access your chart of account, let me show you what a chart of account looks like. You can easily go to list here. You can see at the first drop down is chart of accounts, or you can click on Ctrl A from your keyboard to take you to chart of account anywhere you are in QuickBooks. If you click on Ctrl A to take you to chart of account, or you click on this chart of account you have here, either way it will also take you to your chart of account. So you can also see under company file menu, you can see chart of account. Okay, as you can see, the name here is Abdul Fattah Munir. So my name is Abdul Fattah Muniru, and I am, that represents the company, my virtual company, or should I say it represents the company profile I created that enabled me to actually access QuickBooks. So that is an example of what I was telling us at the beginning, that you have to create a company profile. So let's click on this chart of account here so that we see what it looked like. Now After you might have create your chart of account and your company profile, the next thing, either you are making use of many other ways. So let me just say the major two ways: express start or easy step interview. So whichever way, the express start you use in creating this profile is a very quick method. You understand? While the easy step interview is a method that you follow. They will ask you varieties of questions that will enable you to create this company profile. But the bottom line for these two options is that you will be selecting the kind of industry and the kind of business type you actually are operating on. If it is a salon, if it is manufacturing, if it is can think of it. You will see the list. If it is if it is a law services, if it is catering, if it is a fashion, bars, and the rest, all those things. So when you select the kind of industry you work or the kind of business you operate, QuickBooks will automatically create all these items for you here, all these books of accounts here. You understand? You can see shipping and delivery income, cost of. So they will create a chart of account that will be similar to the business type that you selected. So, but whichever way, if after creating this profile you are not satisfied with what QuickBooks has given to you or has created for you, you can easily create new account. Maybe you know your account, there's an account you all make use of that is not here, that is not reflected in this particular chart of account. You can create a new account, or you edit an existing account that is here that you might think that you don't make use of at all in your business. So let's say like purchases of resale item, you might say, okay, I don't need this particular item here, or merchant account fees, I don't need them. So you can edit an account. So, and you can also delete an account. But I'm going to try as much as possible to discuss around these options, these various options. Now the first thing we want to do, we want to create an account. So we've already clicked on chart of account, and this is the chart of account environment we have. You can right click and click on new, or you come to this account down here and click on this new, or on your keyboard use Ctrl N. Now this Ctrl N, you must be in this particular environment before this Ctrl N can actually create a new chart of a new account for you. But if you are anywhere in QuickBooks, I told you, if you want to access a chart of account, you can click Ctrl A anywhere. Even right now that I'm here now, though I'm in chart of account already, so even when I click Ctrl A, it will still take me here, it will still leave me in this particular window. But this Ctrl N that is here is for this particular window. So you click Ctrl N for new. So whichever you can actually create. So let's create a new account. New. Now on the platform of this new account, you can see we have account type. You categorize money your business earn or spend. We have income and expenses. So if the account you want to create is an income type account or an expense type account, you select one of these, and at the right side here you see that QuickBooks will narrate or explain, give you a summary of what the kind of account that you can create here. You can see we have product sales, so income account. So definitely before you come to this process, you already know the kind of account you have in your business. So maybe you are installing QuickBooks for the very first time because somebody have advised you and actually introduced you into making use of QuickBooks and all the benefits that are attributable to it. It's okay, you want to go into, definitely you should already have an existing account if you have. But if this is the first time you are establishing a business and this is the first time you want to make use of QuickBooks, you should also consult an accountant or a professional that will help you create a book of account that's related to your line of business. Okay, let's go ahead. So we have income, we have expenses, fixed asset, major purchase. Okay, let me click on expenses. You see we have advertising and promotion, we have office supplies, insurance, legal, and the likes, even rent. And that doesn't restrict it to this 6 category. The same thing to this income. You can have various types of income item in account in your chart of account. Now, fixed asset, you see, we have building, land, machinery, equipment, non-current assets. You can see, okay, the bank here bank here can be any. Don't look at it like your physical bank. Bank in QuickBooks represents any form that you actually, any form of cash account that you have. If it is a bank, if it is cash in bank, cash at hand, as a cash in hand, cash at bank, whichever one. If it is if you have different banks, if you have different banks that your business operates on, you can create them under this bank. If it is petty cash, if you have a piggy vest, if you have a colo, if you have a drawer that you used to put money, if you have another form of saving money in your business, maybe in your premises, maybe you have one box that you do put in cash, at least cash in hand, you understand? Any form, it mustn't be the physical bank that you maybe First Bank, Zenith Bank, or Diamond Bank. It mustn't be that particular kind of Diamond, we have now Access, okay, Access Bank. It shouldn't be that particular bank. It can be any form of cash, any form that you actually where you keep your business money and take from, you understand? Loan, you already know what loan. You can long-term loan, it can be short-term loan, but we have credit card. Even QuickBooks give you if you make use of credit card to carry out a purchase or any other thing, you can also make use of this credit card to create a credit card account. Then equity, yeah, if you look at, they say track money invested in or money taken out of the business. Okay, all these things are definitely you should be aware, you should know the basics of accounting before you can actually, though you mustn't be a professional accountant, but at least to an extent you should know the various types of account, then which account you create to refer to these various accounts. Now you have other account type. Now you can see we have account receivable, we have other current assets. You understand? If you look at this option, we don't even have anything like current asset. So this is where you see this asset. Then other assets, that might not be current asset. Then when I select it now, you see that QuickBooks will also give me an illustration. You can see goodwill, long-term note receivable, security deposit paid, and the likes. Then account payable, you see you don't have them here. You can also see them here. Cost of goods sold, they are not here. You can also see them here. Other income and other expenses, long-term liability, and the like. So that is that. So now let's just create an income account. Let's say income account. Okay. Or let's say expense, because expense has much of the category. So let's continue. That's where you click on continue to go to the next window, where you'll be able to create these expense account type. Should in case you made a mistake of selecting the wrong account type, you can still come down here and click the correct account type. Now the account name we want to actually create. Now you see this is my icon bar. Once you create your QuickBooks company profile, this is where this icon bar, everything you're seeing here is called the icon bar. This bar. So let's click on this open windows to show us the list of windows I have opened. So now if you want to create an expense, you must make sure that you don't have that expense account in your chart of accounts. That is the reason why you're actually creating, because you don't have anyone related to that. So you take a look at the list of expenses you have here and make sure the one you are creating now doesn't actually reflect here. Okay, let's say we don't have, okay, there's bank service charge. I wanted to actually create a bank charges. You can think of anyone. Insurance, okay, insurance is there. Can we think of any? Rent is here. Repairs, telephone, travel, almost all the related kind of expense are here. So can we think of any? Let's say discount. Discount allowed. Is discount allowed here? Okay. We don't have discount allowed, so let's just create a discount allowed. Definitely you know discount allowed and expenses. That is we'll add a new account now. So let's say discount allowed, or you can call it sales discount. Let me check if we have sales discounts. They have their various way of naming this item. Okay, we don't have anything on S, so there's no sales discount, and there is no discount at all, whichever type. Okay, let's check. Okay, there isn't. So let's go ahead. I think that is the best place we should, the best account we should create. Discount allowed. Now, sub account of, if you have a parent account. So let's say you want to create, let's say you create utility, for instance. Okay, now we have utility. Let's go back to chart of account. These open windows will enable you to work within your QuickBooks, so it's very easy for you to access your QuickBooks. So I'm trying as much as possible to exhaust the various options we have here. Okay, now we have utility. I think this is the best place we should make use of. So let's create an expenses called electricity and water bill. You know, they are all utility. I think that's a very good option. Okay, let's go back. So we want to create those two items as a sub account of utility. You understand? So utility should be the head, should be the parent, while those two accounts we want to create now should be the sub account of, and you see how it will actually reflect. So now let's say electricity bill. Oh good. Then sub account, you click on that. You must check this. If you don't check it, you can't select. Then you must check this way, then you select. Now you go to the drop down, you look for utility. This is utility here, so you can actually click on you see you, and you bring a closest or all the item account that starts with you. So we have utility, you click on utility. Now I have make electricity bill a sub account of utility. Then I can actually make a description or a note on this particular electricity bill I'm creating. So it can be Disco or whichever Disco company. Disco. Okay, just leave it that way. Then let's save and close. If you want to save and close this window, save and new. I want to save and create a new account. Cancel if you want to stop everything you are doing now, right now on this creating of account. If you want to cancel, that's what you click on. So let's save and new, because we have a water bill to create. So it will save and leave us in this environment again. So we'll now say water bill. That account is saved now. So water bill. Then sub account of utility. I'm just trying as much as possible to exhaust these options here so that we don't leave any blank. So let's say water board. Okay. About okay, that's that. And then save and close. Now I'm done creating an account. So this is how you create an account. Now let's check our chart of account. You see now that electricity bill and water bill and other utilities. So this will make it easy for you to be able to access your utilities. So if you have various type of account under utility, once you want to actually create have a transaction to deal with this, you know where to locate them. It will be easier for you to locate. But if you just create electricity bill and utility bill separately, you have to go to E for electricity, then you have to go down to W for water bill. Then sometimes the best way to do that is making use of account number. Yeah, account number, where you have numbers attached to this account. Okay, that is that we've created. Now let's say we want to edit. Okay, we've look at the various kind of account we have here. We'll say okay, there are some accounts we don't actually need. Let's say freight and shipping cost. Then I right click and edit. Now we've created already. I want to edit. Now I'm editing this account. Now if you edit, you can change the account you want to. Here now you can insert another. Let's say you want to track sales rep, because the money you pay them is the cost of sales, depending on how you want to actually categorize your account. You understand? Sales rep, cost of goods sold, you want to leave it there. You can actually change it. Now with edit, you can change the account type and also the account name. Then I've told you what sub account is already, so now you have to delete this payment to sales rep. You understand? That is that. Then you click on save and close. You are editing, so You are not creating new, so you will not see create save and new. So yeah. Now if I save and close, you see now I have sales rep, no longer freight, and you see cost of sales. So that other one I have edited it and changed it to this particular transaction, sales rep, cost of sales. Okay, let's now say product sample expenses. I don't also make use of it. I can edit another account apart from this account. And so let me right click and edit this account. Now I want to change the account type. I want this account type should be different from goods sold now. So I'll click on this. Let me see. I want to create another account. Which account should I create? Let's say other income. Other income. Okay. Then I now do that. Okay. Let's say interest. Bank interest receive. Bank interest. Bank interest. Okay, bank interest received. Now you can have paid, so you have to just make sure you differentiate those two. So now I selected, you can see from I edited an account, a cost of goods sold account. Now I select other income for this account. Then bank interest received, that's the account I want to create. Then you can also delete this and make your description interest received from investments or something like that. Okay, let me say from bank, since it's bank, from bank. Okay, that's just that. Now you click on save and close. You now see that it is no longer in cost of goods sold account. Now it is reflecting under other income, which is bank interest received. Now that is that. Now since it is an income account, you might want to actually attach it to where your income account is. Now you see we only have one income account here, or two. We have sales, then shipping and delivery. Then you might want to actually make them to be reflect this one under that side. So you can right click again and edit and make it a sub account, or better still, and drag it. Let's cancel that. So let's cancel that, and then you see I click on, so I drag and leave here. Okay, that is the order of the account. Okay, is an order income. Okay, you can see we have other expenses. It's not as if it is an income account. If not, it should have reflected here. So that particular box was telling me that it has to be in order of the account, and which is also correct. Now we've done two things here. We've created new and we've edited. Now let's try and delete an account. So we're going to do three options here: new, edit, and then delete. Now you cannot delete an account that already has a transaction in it. You can only make it inactive. Yeah. So let's say this professional fee. Now I want to actually delete it. But before I delete, let me double click. To create a quick report. You can see if you double click, you create a report to show you if there's any transaction within that particular account, and there isn't any. So now let's go back to chart of account and delete it. Okay, first of all, let's exit this particular window here. This X1 is for this particular window, while the upper one is for QuickBooks entirely. Okay, that is gone. Now I can now come back and right click, then delete. Let me delete an account. Then they'll ask me, are you sure you want to delete this account? Yeah, then delete. Now it's gone. Professional fee is gone. Why? Because there is no record in that particular account. No transaction has been recorded in that. Okay, now let's look for another kind of account that already has a transaction in it. So let's say which account? Okay, I think we have one. We have some here. Let's say by mistake by mistake or thereabouts. I'm trying to look for other option. Let me see if I have any other option here. Okay, let me check rent. Where is rent? Let me double click on rent and see a quick report if it has doesn't have any transaction. Okay, that no problem. Just this bank, I want to delete bank. Yeah, let me say I want to delete bank. Now delete account because it has transaction, you can see. Now before I go ahead, I almost forgot. Now all this one you see with balances, there are your balance sheet item, that is your financial position item, even to this equity here. You understand? This equity, bank account receivable, all these items from up to this point, there are your balance sheet. So you see them with a balance here. While others that you see here, income, cost of goods, expense, and the likes, there are your income statement, which is a profit and loss account type. Okay, I want to delete this bank, petty cash. You can see I created a petty cash as bank. That is what QuickBooks recognize it as. Okay, delete account. You see they will tell you QuickBooks cannot delete this account because it has a balance, or it is using at least one transaction and in an item or in your payroll setup, so you cannot delete that. But now there is the solution. If you really use this account, if you really use it, consider making it inactive so that it doesn't appear in your chart of account. You understand? If you need to use the account at a later time, you can always make it active again. So you can make inactive, or you right click here and make account inactive. But there are other ways you can actually do that. You'll be able to delete this account even with this particular wording, but that will not be done here in this video. Okay, we've done the three options already. So that is that: create new, edit, and delete. I just want to show us an overview of how it is to deal with a little part of there are other options here, but I just want to stick down to these three options. And if you want to find, if you want to search and like all those other things, if you want to customize your column, write check, make deposit from this particular chart of account, reconcile, you make use of general journal entries, transfer fund within banks and the likes, register, all these things are other things you can work within, and you have them in other places also, like look at general journal entries. I see you have a transfer fund. If you go to bank here, you see transfer fund. So they just select most of all these items from write a check. If you go to, I think it should be bank also, you see write check. Okay, that is that for chart of account. Hope you guys enjoy this video and understand what I've actually explained when it comes to creating new, editing an account, an existing account, and also deleting account. See you guys in the next class or video. Bye.